It's venues like this where up-and-coming artists might get discovered. But their success is dependent on an industry facing its biggest crisis in a generation.
In the last 6 to 8 months, we've really seen costs rise, and then basically people's spend per head really drop off.
At David Barrett's live music venues in Melbourne's trendy inner north, the dance floors are packed with punters, but business isn't as good as it looks, with high interest rates, inflation and rocketing rents forcing customers to watch what they spend. At the same time, electricity costs at the clubs, public liability insurance and the liquor excise have all increased.
Last night we ran a show at Laundry that, financially wasn't worth running essentially. By the time we had to pay sound tech, store staff, security staff, bar staff, the overheads on the venue, artist fees, things like that.
In 2018, there were more than 5,000 live music venues nationwide. 5 years on, there are just over 3,800. That information was included in a recent submission to a Senate inquiry into the live industry announced by Arts Minister Tony Burke. Another group to make a submission was the Australian Live Music Business Council, which says leveraging the popularity of arena shows like Taylor Swift's is one solution to stop the bleeding.
And effectively what we do is we put $1 into the production costs of all the bigger shows, so all shows over 5,000 capacity. That dollar is spread evenly between the consumer, the artist, the venue and the promoter, and those funds drop into a charitable trust from which grassroots music venues can make fast turnaround grant applications for small projects up to $15,000. And that can be for anything that goes on in their venue.
You might be thinking, hasn't social media changed things? Do artists even need venues to reach an audience of critical mass anymore?
I see the world like lightning.
For Brisbane singer-songwriter Tori Forsyth, the answer is definitely yes.
Live music is where you're gathering people together, you're creating the community, you're able to connect with people.
Tori's favourite venue, It's Still a Secret, in Brisbane's inner south, is currently crowdfunding to stay afloat, as it battles the same problems that David is down in Melbourne. We're now in an era for live music venues which is unrecognisable even from only a few years ago. But ultimately they're offering the same product they always have, a chance to have thrilling experiences through music and maybe even find a community. The industry's supporters say that it's no different to sports clubs in this regard, and that it's equally deserving of government support.
We are seeing a lot of really strong numbers through the doors is in ethnic communities, queer communities, gay communities, certain types of electronic music and certain parts of hip hop and stuff still as well.
We just need to make sure that whilst we're going through this rocky patch, we don't let the baby out with the bathwater and allow too many of these places to close, because then we'll just be left without the infrastructure and building back will be, potentially too difficult.
Hopefully, there's still time for a change of tune.